he'll run the gambit of going from pinky out fine dining to duck and cover, you're in the ghetto, and I want a hot dog.
I'm the same way, and I don't go to. I went to Siena a couple of weeks ago. It was wonderful. I mean, just wonderful. That's a 5-star restaurant. But my other guilty pleasure is going to the food trucks. And I just missed the big food truck war they have. That's kind of a promotional thing. But I work near Kennedy Plaza now. I went to the Portuguese, and I wish I could think of the name of the truck. I'm sorry, guys, but it was a Portuguese food truck the other day.
Yep.
And got a Portuguese hot dog with the spicy ketchup and the mayo on it. And then they had some cheese. And then they put those shoestring potatoes, not French fries, the little shoestring potatoes. They cram them on top of the thing in a bun. And you eat this thing, and it was the most delicious hot dog with chorizo, some kind of. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane from a food truck. I love it.
Being that you've only been in Rhode Island for about 5 years, you said, 6 years, have you had a New York system from Oneyville?
I have not been there yet. The one I go to, because, the reason being because the other guys up on Smith Street, by Smithville, they claim to be the original Onlyville, New York system.
They are the original New York system in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
However, they are not the best.
Yeah, I don't know. They're pretty good. So I do. I have to go to Onlyville simply because they won a James Beard Foundation award last year, and I mean, that's gold. And so I've got to go in there. I tell you who I really like is Wienerama.
In Cranston.
In Cranston, because they put the
I grew up over there.
Are grilled, and the French fries. The French fries are insane in that place.
Actually, right down the street from there is Athenian Deli.
Yeah.
Shares the building with Superior Bakery.
Do I need to know this stuff? I'm trying to lose weight.
Which is right next door to the original first Del's. And that only comes to mind because Tony has the Del's Shandy, the new dark cherry shandy.
Yeah.
I believe I have one sitting over there that I'm going to sample later.
Yes, I see.
I'm salivating. I'm saving it till later so I can do just nasty things with it. But the original, Del's is right there.
I was hungry.
But the original Del's is right there, right next to the Athenian Deli, and the Athenian Deli blows Wienerama out of the water.
Really? Okay, I got to try it. I'm always looking for a new place. If anybody can tell me where I can get
anyone's going to give you
sandwich, the Vietnamese sandwich,
Mama Kim's.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they have the Korean, the little sliders.
Well, there's two Mama Kim's now. There's the food truck Mama
and the
Kim's,
sit down,
and now they have their brick and mortar shop.
Yeah.
But that's one of those Korean is tough.
Yeah.
Because there's also a place called Sura, Sura, in Johnston, which is a Korean, all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. They have the grill right there on the table. You don't have to really talk me into going. You just have to mention it, and I'm there.
All right, I got to try that, too.
You should just take notes or just listen to this later to get all these restaurants down. I've been to Sura several times, and it was almost like the joke, John Panette, you go home now, you be here for an hour. I've actually done, not 4 hours, but the food there is
my
amazing.
wife.
I got to check it out. Oh, man.
I'm telling you, the food scene, anything you want, if you're willing to do a little bit of looking, a little bit of traveling, Rhode Island, if you go into Massachusetts a little, you will find it in this 45-mile radius of Providence. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
The one thing, and somebody can help me with this, if you email me the best Portuguese, and I have some friends that say you got to come over to Fall River, New Bedford.
Unfortunately,
the
yes.
best Portuguese restaurant, because I haven't been to one, and I've got to go.
Well,
I've got to check
I'll
it
tell
out.
you what. Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, I will tell you that awesome Portuguese restaurant that I know of. We're going to leave here with Bending Over Backwards. This was sent in to me. The name of the song is Far Away Girl. You're listening to My Night Out Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio. We'll be back in a minute.
punk rock girl, just me and you.
MyNightOuters. We have been talking with Mark Curtis for the last, 50 minutes or so, 55 minutes. Holy crap, where did the night go? Well, as promised, and this is going to tie back in with how we started. About a year and a half ago, Channel 6, Channel 10, all the news channels covered a fire in Fall River for a restaurant that encompassed almost a full city block. Do you remember the name of it?
I can't remember the name.
It is Sagres.
Yeah, that's right.
That they have finally rebuilt. They believe they either have just recently reopened or they're reopening shortly. If you want real good Portuguese food, that is where you're going to want to go.
All right.
I went there. as luck would have it, and being Rhode Island, I am friendly, or my family is friendly with the owners over there, and the shrimp Mozambique is absolutely swimming in the butter sauce.
Oh.
You would go through at least 3 loaves of bread soaking that butter out.
Garlic and butter,
and
base,
spices,
lemon
beer.
juice,
Oh,
and basil.
my God.
Oh, my doctor's not listening.
It's okay.
Trouble.
My doctor kept complaining of the way I was eating, so I got a new doctor.
What's the old joke? The doctors told me to get in shape, and I said, round is a shape.
Exactly. Well, I got to tell you, it has been great having you on. Someone who is actually as passionate about food, eating mostly, but food in general, as I am. Granted, you got that whole politics thing, and if you ever run for office and you need a clown at your back, you've got me.
All right. Hey, I wrote a
got me.
column years ago, and it's still out on the internet. I mean, everything stays live. It was called Dining on the Campaign Trail. And so in 2008, I wrote this long column. I was trying to get it syndicated at great stops to eat on it, because I followed the presidential candidates all across the country.
Okay.
And so people can still find that on the internet. It's the prices have probably gone up, but I ate it. I ate my way across America with the presidential candidates.
Well,
It's fun.
if you ever have to have nacho information, our friend Tony Jones has eaten nachos pretty much up and down the East Coast. So
I'm thinking about turning it into a coffee table book.
called East Coast Nachos.
Wow. I got to get the Boneheads over here, too, and get wings. I hear they have great wings. I haven't been yet.
Well, here's another tie-in. A friend of ours, he's a local musician, Carlos, can't think of his last, Carlos Contreras. I don't know if he's still there, but the last time I went there, he was still working at Boneheads. He was in the band Voodoo. He's also in a few other bands which I can't think of right now because, well, my brain's cooked.
You asked me earlier, by the way, where I go to see live music, and my hangout's the Greenwich Hotel.
The Greenwich Hotel.
A lot of older musicians like Mark Cutler and Dan Lilly and those guys who are friends of mine, and Joanne Joseph, who runs the place.
Well, actually,
great place.
Ron Tibbetts also plays there. He fills in for drums for people when they need.
And
Ron
Jimmy
Tibbetts
Berger
is in Along Came
Bobby
the Flood.
Gillespie, a lot of great music, because they do open mic on Tuesday. It's always voted like in those annual polls, best open mic in Rhode Island on Tuesday and Saturday nights. They do open mic, and every now and then I sing, clear the place out, but I sing.
You're playing last.
Everybody goes to Norman's when he starts.
Exactly.
Is this a safe distance? Yeah, I think so. Drink quickly; it numbs the pain. Well, we got to wrap it up here. We have one more song. This is friends of mine as well. I make friends with all these bands, by the way. It's not just, thanks for the CD and I'll never see them again. I make it a point to go out and actually visit these bands while they're on the road, go see them perform, actually pay for a ticket, which a lot of people don't understand. That's how these bands get notoriety. Exactly. People have to go out and see them. Yeah. Once again, if you guys want to get on the show, if you want to send me your information, hit me up, MyNightOut Radio on Verizon.net. Also, we didn't forget about you, George. We know you're out there. We're just giving you the time you need. George will be returning in a little while. Keep him in your thoughts and your prayers. MyNightOutRI.com is our website for local events. We'll be out with Torn and Bleeding, Prospect Hill. Have a good night, everybody.
Troubled eyes. What if I could fight it and whisper in your ear a terrible secret about the one you won't hear? I was always good at this, for better or worse. I could not get too close, and so I cursed this curse. And this you can blame